Interesting. Hello. Right. So, oh God, I feel a bit nervous, guys. So I've not done this for ages and I'm feeling it. Right. So, if you saw the bottom half, you'd laugh. I've got my joggers on. I'm just too honest, I'm an Aries. Can you hear anything? Guess what kind of song I'm listening to? Right. Sorry, I might need to turn that off because that's distracting. I'm in the fields. Right. So I'm going to do the collective message, right? I've set an alarm for 14 minutes. Then I'm going to go away. Then I'm going to do Aries and I'm going to whiz right through the 12 signs. Oh my God, it's about love for the twin flame collective. Oh, wait a minute. I can't see. So wait a minute. That's what I wanted to do. So don't know how this will work either, but we'll just. I don't know why I was asking if you could hear it too, because there's nobody here talking. Full family the talk. Hurry up, please. I was going to ask someone to help me, and I was like, nah, Sunday, you can't be doing that. Right. So, that fit. Right. So I've put a wee thing there to say that if somebody wants a message, right, I'll do one person per live. So, because it's 5 minutes, so it adds a bit. I want these to be like 10, 15 minutes, right? So this one might be a bit longer because it's the collective one. So yeah, it's about love. Twin flames are about love. Love for yourself, love for the other, provided you've got the right one. So I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And that's about, of course, reserving judgment too, where possible. Of course, we've all got an ego, so that can be hard. That's what I'm here to help with. Be grateful for the journey. It's a beautiful journey. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Right, so the cards that came out, the reason why I was laughing was envy. I mean, if you've seen the one that I pulled last night, it does seem to come up quite a lot about how jealous people are of divine feminine in particular, but I would say divine masculine too. Anyway, so patience, that's funny too, because it's Mercury direct today. So Mercury is officially out of retrograde, right? Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. But it's going to be around till like mid-October. Like I don't know, like I'm not giving a date, but like the shadow hangs around is all I'm saying, right? So be patient, be patient, be patient. Why do they want me to pull up self-care cards? Look for fairies. Yeah, look for fairies, guys. Whatever that means to you. Soak, oh my God. Soak in the bath. Again, I'm taking that to mean that look for fairies, look for the magic in life, look for the, be around the elementals, like take a walk in nature, like make sure you're doing all these grounding things, like take an Epsom salt bath, or Himalayan salts in the bath, crystals in the bath, you know what I mean? Just do things that are looking after you. I might need to turn these songs off. Right, so what one is that again? Oh yeah, falling like the stars, right? So, right, patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Of course, that is what twin flames are all about. Change, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Envy. I'm the same as everybody with different challenges, but like I say, I got a different kind of download when I when I pulled that. Right, so I'm going to use Halloween cards mostly, but I'll just go with where I'm guided to. Nobody's on right now, so we'll just, I might add more on the timer. That's really distracting, actually. Right. What is a collect? So bear in mind, this is not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm going to pick up on specific sets of twins. So it won't just make sense to like a divine feminine and a divine masculine. It'll make sense to a set of divine feminines, a set of divine masculines, regardless of gender. Right. What is a subconscious fear? Oh, there we go for the divine feminine, empathy. Right. But what I really feel this is about is I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. Now, see that there are no coincidences. Did you see how that happened? That I basically said that. about reserving judgment. And that is because of the, you know, the Libra, the Venus and Libra in particular, they are, oh, and of course the Sun, you know, being about like seeing it from both sides, you know, being the peacemaker without being a people pleaser and without kind of, you know, letting people walk over your boundaries. Because Libra is love, peace and harmony, and it is balance, and it's all about duality and everything. But yeah, I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. And again, what this is about for Divine Feminines is, it's interesting I said subconscious fear though, and that came up, because that did come up before. What that means is, yeah, it's like, I would change the wording a bit, but it's kind of like, am I empathizing too much? Am I being too understanding? Like, I don't want to be a mug, right? That's what I can feel lots of Divine Feminines fear is, like saying to themselves. And again, it's kind of like what I said, but it's very like what I channeled, again, the divine speaking through me on that video I done last night. And I really would urge you to watch that if you feel guided to it. I watched it again today, and it was just like really hard hitting. But there was something about it would be Divine Feminines I feel are a bit newer to the journey and kind of bothered about what other people think and kind of don't get it as much, and perhaps even ones that are confused who their actual Divine Masculine is. Because of course it would only be worth going through this journey if you really were certain of who your Divine Masculine is. Interesting, we've got interference, there's a fly on the ring light right now, that's often dark energies, get the fuck. Right, so listen, I'm a Reiki master and a shaman, I love animals and even insects and that, but I could tell when it's like things trying to distract me. So yeah, I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. So it's like, you know, flip that around, whatever I just said, whatever it meant to you, right? What's the Divine Masculines here of this collective? Let's see if it mirrors. The song that's on right now is Empty Spaces, and that's the one where it's like, you know, I don't regret the day I left. I don't believe that I was blessed. I'm probably lying to myself again. I'm alone in my head, looking for love in a stranger's bed. Okay, that says it all. Right, so, but yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I don't feel that way. Don't know what you're talking about. Who even is that? What's her name again? That kind of vibe. Right, so what is this Divine Masculine sphere regarding this union? Humor. And did you see how I was making light of what can be a very dark situation? I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I really do feel, again, it's like what I said last night, this came up last night in the verse. Divine Masculines are actually finding it really hard. The ones that have rumbled, the karmic energies, whether it's romantic, past romantic, or family, friends, whoever is the karmic energy, and addiction. Obviously, addiction is a bit different. You would know that it's taking a hold of your life. But, you know, wherever the veil has dropped, finding it hard to see the humour in it, like a Divine Feminine can, you know what I mean, which is understandable. But it's like wanting to trust. But again, I kind of meant like that. And, you know, I know that you're not, anyway, I do whatever I want to do, right? I'm a rebel. But it's kind of like, I was going to say you're not meant to read these upside down, but who the fuck says trust? I accept that, seeing that's Divine Masculine energy too. It's kind of like starting to tell themselves that actually maybe I can go against the crowd. Maybe I can go against limiting beliefs that I've picked up from, you know, caregivers or people around me, society. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. My inner voice. That's what this Divine Masculine, regardless of gender, is saying to themselves. Right. What deck are we going to use now? I want to tell my friends, but I don't think they'll understand. That's just jumped out at me as well there. What are we doing? What one now? Okay, right. What's the desire of this Divine Feminine? The desire of this Divine Feminine collective is to be a passionate Queen of Wands, often a fire energy like me, with their true Divine Masculine. That is the desire. And it's fire. There's not a fucking song there. There's a song there somewhere. Put it in the comments if you know, I'm getting a song, but I don't know what it is. Right, so Hello, how are you? I'm doing a collective message right now, and then I'm going to do all the signs, Michelle. So you can hang about and go through all the signs with me if you want. You can help me if any fuckers come on to do the fuckery. And not the good kind, the distracting me kind. Right, so what is this divine masculine's desire towards our feminine? So it's going to be a secret, isn't it? Yep, look, to allow them to listen to all their problems, basically, to take their burdens, to have somebody truly value and listen and empathise with them about their secrets. And look at this, I mean, there's fucking orgies going on and all sorts here. It's like, look, I need to tell you the shit I've been into, right? It's like, I don't know how I fell into that. But I'm just a one woman kind of man now, and you're the woman that I want. Or man, change the sex, that's quite funny. Right, so God, I'm sorry, I get my kill at the way I channel these masculines. It is pretty funny. Right, so why is that song on again? Falling Like the Stars has just fucking come on again. Right, we've had enough of James, right? Well, for fuck's sake, now it's fucking Liam Lewis Capaldi. The new one. That video was hilarious. Have you seen it? But again, see that there's no mistakes here. Like, that's just came on, right? Okay, anyway. Oh, and it's funny. It's a sad song, but it's a funny video. Weird vibes I'm picking up on you. Right, so conscious mind of the divine feminine. Now, again, they're all quite dark Halloween-y cards. Oh, let's see. Oh, and I did set an intention that I want these to kind of be. Did I ask you how you are, Michelle? I'm asking you now. See, it's hard when I've got music on because it's like I want this. I'm singing in my head, or I won't sing it. Yeah, I did request that these are like real time, happening now, or leading up to around that full moon in Aries, the 9th, 10th, 11th, that kind of vibe. And basically the drama that's coming. Oh God, the drama that's coming about that I've been picking up on from Mercury going direct, the messages flying in, and again, it isn't even necessarily messages coming from your twin flame or you getting in touch with your twin flame. It can be like messages coming in from other people. And like I'd picked up when I was channeling the live, this can be good, bad, and different. Just things making sense, clarity, something coming your way is what I'm feeling for the collective. Just going to put the timer on. Right. What is for the conscious mind of the divine feminines that need to hear this? I'm feeling like a dark one's going to come out. There's ones with like nasty looking folk on some of these cards. Yeah. See? Third eye's on it. God's speaking to me before I seen it. Death and the Maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. Again, so some divine feminines, there's still people trying to get at your boundaries. Now, this can be anything from minimal stuff to big stuff. So it's going to be different for different people. But this is the one, I mean, I can feel it in my solar plexus now. The free fates, what comes around. So look, there could actually be free karmic females. This is like what I picked up last night, but this could be like several exes. This could be a present karmic, an ex. It can just be all the people that fancy your divine masculine. If you've got a looker there, you might have quite a few. Each to their own. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I'd imagine that might be quite an issue for some people. Right, so, but look, whoever these people are, right, they're mega haters, they're mega gel. They've not got the best intentions for either the masculine or definitely not their feminine. And like her channel, it's like, you'll know when it's karma, it's because they'll be pulling you away from your twin flame rather than guiding you towards them. And it's funny because I was actually, when I was putting my makeup on, I was actually sort of tuning in to like I've got a few people I call my best friend, but one that's been my best friend since I was 12. I was like, God, she really is amazing. That like, even when your best friend hears something that you could absolutely be like, wow, you deserve better, blah, blah, all this kind of shit, just hold space and actually remind you of who you are and what you believe. Like that's, I was just reflecting on that. So I'm just showing a bit of gratitude to my best friend. She won't be watching, well, she might. She's a Scorpio, she might be on the DL. Right, so, but yeah, that's basically that's it's just the awareness that there are energies watching divine feminines, clearly, obviously, like the ones that are doing what I'm doing right now. So I'm well aware I've got loads of folk sending me shit, and it's folk that aren't even nothing to do with my divine masculine. I mean, it's that too. But again, I always think like I don't know if people watch shit like what I do, or because it's like I do things for really long. So like I've said, like I genuinely send love to anyone that would sit through all of this. Sending you. Anyway, moving on. It's not just about that they're using my situation to just be my Aries frank self about that. This is, you know, it's anyone around you. So if you're not on a platform like out there, it's on your social media. Like you don't know who's going up and looking you up and being like, who's that and all this kind of shit. Of course, you might be in some situations where you aren't known to the community, but it's with around the collective divine masculines, there's people in their community that either they're well aware of, aren't to be trusted, or they haven't clicked with that yet. Right, let's read the free fates. Creepy ass cards. They are creepy ass cards. Challenging day, but much better to have you like arms. I know I was, you were popping into my thoughts, Michelle. So just you let me know. Look, there's another one, the free witchy sisters. So there's something here about free witches, you know what I mean? Free, it's black magic, spell work. I get fucking sick of saying this shit because some people are like thinking, what the fuck? Anyway, nobody, it's only if you're new that you'd be like, black magic, spell work, what are you on about? It's that can, I'm going to keep saying this again and again and again, that can be gossipy, bitchy females, that can be codependency, it can be narcissistic traits, behaviours, or an actual narcissist. It can be people that are just totally fucking up themselves. And again, everyone's got a shadow self, right? We can all be a bit of a dick, but I'm talking like, this is people that are major up their own arse, right? That's not like, oh my God, they're so amazing. Well, people that can feel energy, right? So, 26. Right. What's that? That's from Bridget Jones's diary. What's it called? Still falling for you. That's what's on right now, if that's really right. So in the conscious mind is divine feminine. It's happening again. I'm just laughing at people. It's happening again. Many of us have faced difficulty and troubled times in our lives. Sometimes the impact of a negative experience is so profound it leaves us with physical, mental, and yes, spiritual residue for months, even years after the actual event. What I'm getting right now, though, is this actually, what I'm tuning into is this, yes, it can be picking up on just sort of feeling, depending on how empathic you are, negative energies coming at you from either energies to do with your divine masculine, if that, you know, if there's an awareness of who you are, or just the dark energies that don't want twins to be together, full stop. Or, but I was more feeling like this is like, you know, bitchy kind of groups of people around the divine feminine, perhaps from divine feminine's past, like gossiping. It's kind of like when I said, you know, pull back from the social media that you're guided to, definitely the WhatsApp, you know, like I deleted that, whatever. I don't know, a week ago or 10 days ago or something. I think it was 10 days ago, and I've felt better ever since, because it would just be like there'll still be cords attached to people that definitely I'm not even friends with anymore, and it's energy. So divine feminine and divine masculine, very good to be aware of that. So let's see where we're going with this. Because I'm glad to be away from all of that shit in my life, but I'm using my past experience to channel it. So, well, like I say, I get hate on the daily, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't let that stop us, guys. We've got to fucking just protect our energy and crack on. While you're still vibrating, as the free fates put it, to the energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes of that experience. I'm laughing because it's Flashlight, Jessie J, the one that's on Pitch Perfect. So it's just kind of like be the light in the darkness. So be the light amongst even people like that. The energy of a negative experience, you tend to repeatedly attract echoes that of the exact experience. So when you need to be alert to the fact, the free fates will enter, showing you that this is a karmic pattern that may need to be worked on, understood, and recreated in order to be free of its influence. Yeah, and I really do feel like you say it's about pulling away from where you're guided to. Can I skip some of this? When you receive this card in a reading, most especially if she leaps out to greet you, you will know an old pattern has circled around once again. Yeah, so it is. And oh God, yeah, that totally is what I was feeling. It's like, so you may have already moved away, put your boundaries up from people that you don't trust, that you're close with. But it's like you've started to now, remember this is present time as well, realise that there's even more that you just don't resonate with anymore. They don't want to see you win. It's the same as what I channeled for Divine Masculine last night. They don't, lots of people around you don't want to see you win. Of course, lots of soul family do, so don't focus on that so much, but it is coming through. Here it is again, that situation, that person, this lesson that you have to yet learn, and that you may spend a lifetime at learning. It seems you need another cosmic reminder of something that needs to be cleared and mastered. Letting go of this moment's very important lesson for you. Letting go is this moment's very important lesson for you to learn. We're not suggesting forgetting this. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on, get to the point. No more repeats. Something about nostalgic about the good old days, whenever they were exactly. Again, so see people for who they truly are. Divine Masculine could resonate with this too, because they've got a feminine side. You know what? It's fine to muse on the past. Your memories are precious and do need to be tended to, especially because we just come out of Mercury retrograde, which makes you reminisce more. It can also make you revisit the past, whether that is a good or a bad thing or a mistake or whatever, divine mistakes. But it's another thing altogether to be filled with regret, wishing you'd done things differently after I just said that. Life is a constant do-over, yet you get a fresh chance every second you're alive, so stop beating yourself up. I think that will speak to a lot of Divine Masculines as well as feminines. You have an opportunity to heal, to clear, to no longer feel sad about the same thing anymore. You can do things differently. You're not a prisoner of how they've always been done. What you've done, even if you judge it to be a mistake, can be reworked and learned from. That's the wisdom. Oh my God, I pulled 2 cards today in the shorts that were saying you're not alone. And this says, you are so not alone. We all have karmic lessons, themes, stories that seem to repeat. Learn from this. Be aware. This is like what I channeled the other day. Learn from this. Be aware what is taking place as a fateful encounter to master life. If you take this approach, you'll be all the richer for learning, wise, free, and able to help others too. So what I really do feel, whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever your gender is, it's about wherever you perceive that you've made a mistake in trusting. This is both twins, the wrong kind of person again, or seeing the good in people, perhaps because you've known them since you were younger, or they were there for you when you were in a dark time. So all these kind of things we tell ourselves and gaslight ourselves about. But time's up for some of these friendships. So I don't know if you heard the alarm. Did you hear the alarm? And then that would see if you can't hear the alarm because it's on the Zoom, that would mean something too. You're not paying attention to the alarm. What is this sad ass song? Till It Hurts. I have no idea what this is. I think it's when it suggests things. Oh God, it's very sad. Tell me, will you love me tomorrow like you love me tonight? Right, okay, it kind of does feel like it fits with it. So again, sad, yeah, sad sort of feelings here. But also it does say what comes around. So again, don't focus on the haters, the naysayers, the people that you can feel sending you negative energy, the people that have proved themselves to not actually be friends anymore. You might not have rumbled them yet. Again, you might need to book a session. Right, so anyway, we need to move on from that. Right, so Divine Masculine. Karmic lessons are killing my life right now. Oh, I'm glad thanks for saying that, Michelle. Right, so yeah, what I was really getting from that is it's kind of like, right, okay, because there is a huge, not all masculine, but there's a huge collective of masculines that we're thrown a test. They were thrown interference in the form of other females or males, whatever floats your boat and all that kind of stuff. And it's not that people failed tests, but they took the test for a ride. Let's say, and some of them may still be doing that. But that's why I need the energy of it. It's like, a lot, all jokes aside, like a lot masculines, you know, it's because they cannot handle see, because I'm channeling the masculine, cannot handle the intensity of the twin flame connection, the weirdness, the sort of overthinking what comes next and all of that. And it's not just happened to one, it's happened to all of you out there, guys. So or gals, whatever you are, if that happened there. So I'm just, hopefully that makes people feel a little bit better. And again, oh my god, they just pulled me the evil queen card again. You deserve sugar, not salt. Yeah. So at some point, divine masculines realize, that's the one I pulled last night, they deserve better. You know what I mean? And that's where it's a divine feminines. I don't know if job is the right word, but it's like to empathize and to really get what this journey is about. And, you know, that's why you've got to get over, you know, the like, I'm not being a muck if I'm just like letting myself be second best, third best, fifth best, sixth, whatever the deal is. It's kind of like, it's when somebody isn't fully either awake to the connection or ready for the connection. And the other, like say, as long as you know that is the other half of your soul, it's the other half of your soul. You know what I mean? So anyway, and that's where you need support from somebody that knows I'm a little unsteady, it's on right now. Because I'm a little unsteady. It's too high. Hold on, because I'm a little unsteady. And it just says that over and over again, doesn't it? Someone's feeling shite. And this is real time. So some of them are out of something. Right, so what do we need to know in the conscious mind of these heartbroken masculines, or soon to be? Oh fuck, maybe that's who done it. Violet Angel. Wouldn't that be weird if someone got involved with someone called Violet? Right, oh, look, there's another one. See? Violet and Marie. Oh, the hussies coming out the day. Whatever you... No offence out there, but you know. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. I think we need to read that one. So that's somebody that someone's got involved with. They don't look too friendly there. This will be why they guided me to use these cards. The 14th of October might be significant. Again, this could be a significant birthday. I'm more kind of feeling that's going to be a significant breakup. Oh yes, because the full moon in Aries is the 9th. So perhaps that brings about the truth, or divine masculines decide to make changes before, something like that. Violet Angel, Break and Dawn. I'll quickly just test ride, fucking funny. Oh, I can't take credit for it. It's a wee bit of a risk when I'm live, isn't it? But listen, Grumpy Red Fairy, it will make the masculines laugh. Do you know what I mean? Because if I can have a sense of humour about all this shit, and, you know, I think I make it abundantly clear, whatever Minds has been doing out there or still doing, I get the journey. Do you know what I mean? Fucking ready to come to me and you do that shit, it's another story, but I don't believe that he would. I don't ever believe that he would, actually. Right, so 23. Strange, isn't it? Sometimes I talk about him like he's a brother, that I'm like, there he goes again. It's a bit like that though. They're your soul brother until they're your soul lover again in the physical. Right, so like seriously, they can do what they want. You know, twin flames respect each other. Because technically I could go and do what I want too. You know? I could go down the pub in my joggers right now and my, you know, curly hair and see who's about, but I'm not going to do that. Right, so but I would if I wanted to. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, so about Marie Masquerade, this one. Marie is very much, that's my middle name though, so we're not bashing the Maries out there. I always feel sorry for people that are called Karen, when people are like, you know, bashing the Karens. It's like, that's not really fair on the people that are called Karen, do you know what I mean? Marie's very much like the famed queen of France Marie Antoinette. And also we've got Maries, well, one Marie has not been around for a very long time, but we've got Marie that I'm still in touch with. Right, so she's stylish and delightful, always finding new and fascinatingly creative ways to amuse herself. Whatever, right, we didn't really want to read about her life history. What's the important thing here? Look beneath the mask and the beauty and the exquisite stylings and see into her heart. Be her friend, be her companion, but never forget who you are and what is important to you. Someone is about to invite you to be involved in something very intriguing. Oh my God, and this is for masculines. Oh shit, you know what I think is happening? No, I don't think, I know what's happening too. It's really fucking weird. But some masculines, like I say, are still involved with karmic soulmates, and, you know, it is a bit of a weird one, but it's like, you know, it's like I'm painting the picture of what a lot of these women, or, you know, some can be men, whatever, are, you know, the intentions, so that people can have that info. And some of it is people have already went through it, and some people it's like this is to prevent people getting into something. And this is interesting because this is a masculine's conscious mind, and it's like talking about someone is about to invite you to be involved in something very intriguing. And I did start to say, because it was weird, before I came on, I saw somebody channel something and I'd never come across them, and it was like, it was channeling as if it's about to happen. It was like the divine masculine's about to be pulled away by interference. It's a test. And I'm thinking, well, I think a lot of them have already fucking done that, do you know what I mean? But it's so this is what I mean about different waves. And I just learned to see the funny side of it. Right. So, and this person will ask you in ways that are ever so charming. So the temptation will be ever so strong. Whoa. Because this person is beautiful and talented and powerful, you're flattered. But the truth is, you run the risk of paying a very high price for this brush with fame or glory. Be sure that the politics and the intrigues are ones you truly wish for in your life, because there's often a sacrifice that must be made. Yes, they suck your energy. Not in the good way, because there's often a sacrifice that must be made. Many consequences are currently hidden from you. Again, somebody is not who they appear to be. And this is what's really, like, you know, just to get us across, it's not that like every other person that you're divine masculine, or, you know, divine masculines that are listeners that you get involved with is some horrible witch, as they do make the word witch, and not the good witch, like what I'm sitting here doing. Can't wiggle my nose like. But it's oh god, that's interesting. It's about depending on what different things people are into. Oh god, what am I trying to say? When people do a lot of low vibe stuff, I don't even really like any of these words, but what I'm trying to say is anybody can attract energies and entities, and people that don't do any kind of energy clearing, or generally haven't got the best of intentions, or, you know, like you say, just people that really sit about all day bitching, gossiping, being very materialistic, you know, all this kind of, because this is generally a karmic type of energy. So that isn't going to resonate for people, then it's not your message. But, you know, alarm bells ring, people are like, oh, yeah, it's kind of, you know, that does kind of sound like it's these people attract energies and entities, and they can overtake them. And that's why somebody, you know, that you once knew can start acting very differently. And this is going really deep for when we're live, but certain things that people took part in, and I know unfortunately there's lots of people tune in here that did get hoodwinked, or they took things to, you know, in order to go on a holiday and stuff. That can change the way people behave as well. It already is. I've noticed people be way less empathic, even quite nasty, cold. Anyway, right, so God, that's deep. Right, so hopefully that kind of, you know, covers it a little bit, that you get what I'm saying. Right, there is gossip and intrigue around a person you admire or wish to be like in some way. This person has need of a true friend and not the need of an admirer. This card can come up when you experience jealousy and envy of those you feel are undeservingly more successful and beloved than you are. The message is to focus on your own hard work and create your own style. If you're the subject of such gossip, it's interesting that I was saying the gossip, and then it's like I'm pulling this card about gossip. Know that you cannot control what's said about you. Live your life and move through this with grace. Now, see, this is a masculine's conscious mind, but this makes sense from what I said for the feminine, because divine feminines have got masculine side too, and that's why I said I don't let shit like that stop me anymore, because once upon a time I would. Obviously sometimes I feel more upset than others, but when Marie Masquerade comes up, there's some people around who want to befriend another, but simply for the influence. Again, divine masculine energy, this is your card, remember. It's not coming from the heart, and despite her beauty and success, anyone in Marie's position needs true friends. Look inside and see if you have attempted to network instead of the friend. Know the difference. Do not keep false friends, fair weather friends. Be true to your own vision as opposed to what is currently fashionable and considered desirable. Creating rather than the fallen. And again, she's like, oh, I'll just take my mask off now that I'm away. What's the break and dawn one? 23. That song Grace is on again as well, so that kind of reminds me of someone wanting a bit of grace, a bit of forgiveness, like a masculine, I feel. This beautiful angel appears when something new is on the horizon, new friendships. Again, this will be about, so this is interesting, that is like a, that is like a divine feminine and a karmic. It's kind of like, there have been times recently when you felt you've lost your spark. So again, it literally could be someone's two of pentacles at back and forwards about like, who do I pick, or who's the real Slim Shady. Almost if you were born tired. It's been a long night of the soul, but now I'm here to let you know that not only has the worst passed, the best is on the horizon. So again, if all this fucking romantic drama isn't pertaining to you right now, just push it aside and listen to the words that are. Soon, with this dawn, your energy will begin to flow again and you'll feel reconnected to your own internal power source once more. Yeah, that's when you unplug from the people that are no good for you. Your spirit will blossom and your intuition will hum. Please awaken earlier and be ready to begin our work on this new project by spending time outside in nature in the early morning. That's when I pulled the fairies. Gratitude and awakenings, early rising, try new things are all on the agenda when this beautiful violet angel of spiritual new awakenings flies into your life. Whoa, I just got chills. Yeah, so that is like, look, this one's bringing spiritual awakenings. Okay, it might fucking shake your life up a little bit first. And that, like, she doesn't look happy either. She's like, what? Oh, shit, right, okay. She's found out something that doesn't feel too good. And that's a karmic. Right, okay, love it. Dark hair and blonde hair. Right, so might be relevant, might not. Right, so what's next? Heart. Have I been on, Michelle, have I been on here like an hour or something? Right. What's in the heart space of this divine feminine collective? Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Self-respect. Self-respect. R-E-S-P-C-T. Lost it. Yeah. Self-respect and creativity. Yeah. So whatever's going on, whatever's going on in your life, if you're involved in any of that drama, again, you really, a lot of you may be blissfully unaware. And just, yeah, that's a good place to be. Focus on your creativity. What are you trying to tell me with the homing in, the angels homing in on my ear? Well, yeah, that's, normally that would be like somebody whispering in my ear, but it's like, I feel this is, again, could be a little bit of gossip coming your way. But it's like, yes, always have that self-respect for yourself and focus on your creativity and being the divine feminine, realizing that if your divine masculine is still in distorted masculine energy, you can't blame them. That is where they're meant to be at. You've signed up for this journey, whether you fucking like it or not. And it's depending on the ways in which you find out about, whether you see things on social media or if you're a bit like myself and you don't have any of that and it's just some gossipy fucker kind of like lets through the woodwork. It's just, yeah, focus on doing you, focus on being happy, and I don't care about what that's hard, but it's they work out for themselves. Right, so give them a bit more credit, actually. Right, so is what I just heard. Right, now this is a bit that what does the divine masculine want to say to this divine feminine in the heart space? Now, it's not going to get everyone, but 1 hour already. Well, oh my God, that's fucking mental. Maybe I won't. Nah, I will do star signs. I just might need to go and reapply my lippy. Right. Oh, Christ, look at fucking gold. I realise now that no other person can ever replace you. And that's why all of that just made sense of what I said. Even if divine masculines are kind of footloose and fancy free and doing whatever, it will be short-lived, or if it's been a bit longer lived or whatever that means, like it's like they're past the dating game and it's kind of like it's just not working out, like it's not my divine feminine, and actually I want to come and say sorry to them and bring them flowers and try and make it up to them if they'll hear me out, because you are the one and I know we're meant to be together. And this is what I'm saying, it's like some people really do have to go backwards to open that door. I think I said this a minute, to open that door, to find out what's there, to find out, wow, fucking hell, I really don't want that, and then go to where they really want to be. I hide my feelings for you, but secretly I love you so much. And like I said before as well, that one comes out all the time. It's because they literally do get, I feel sorry for masculine, they get pushed by, even if people aren't, but there will be people, their energy gets pushed away by so many people away from their divine feminine. When in truth, divine masculines know, don't you, divine masculine energies, that your twin flame was the best thing, one of the best things that's ever happened to you. It's just a wee secret. I'm trying so hard to figure out how to make it work between us. Again, probably overthinking it is what I say when I get. What's that song again? What's that song about? They'll never love you like I can. Why is that on this? When mine is the heart and the soul is there may be lovers who can hold out their hands, but they'll never love you like I can. Right, well, that's either this divine masculine to a feminine, or it's a feminine to a masculine. But if it's a divine feminine and divine masculine, that them saying that to one another. After the lessons are learned, right? Oh, dark shit that we need to learn. Yeah, great fortune can be had when you're with the right person. Your finances will be drained when you're with the wrong person, eventually. 36. Distant horizons, changes on the distant horizon, endings too, because 3 and 6 is 9. Oh, and 9th is also the full moon in Aries, that fits with them from yesterday. Look, unexpected income bits in reverse. So finances could be getting drained. There could be children involved. Oh God, that could also be people trying to trap people with children. Yeah, anyway, right, so. See, this is why I have to give out the messages, because that is true. Where the fuck's that bit of fucking paper? It's very annoying. If I just put that, what does that say? Oh, there it is. It's okay. It's okay. I know people were panicking. Right, so that's enough for the heart space. But I suppose we have to be fair. Oh, they want me to use this deck, right? What does the divine feminine want to say back to that divine masculine collective? Now, don't be oversensitive, people out there. Unlikely. What do we want to hear about? Unlikely. No. Oh God, yeah. So time's up. Yeah, right. Again, I have to give that message that is. I'm very much unlikely and no. It's like some divine masculines are going to have to really put in an effort with their divine feminine, because some people are really hurt by, yeah, some egos are really hurt. Helpful people. Big happy changes, but they can be won around. Yeah. So again, it's just about putting in a bit of effort, but not the right time. It's again with the change of Mercury going direct, just pick your moments, right. What I feel they're saying to me is the masculines that are needing, God, it's like a big sister or a fucking mum giving these guys advice or something. It's kind of like what they're getting me to say. I don't need the cards for that, but I think I will. Is yeah, you just might be up against a bit of frosty communication, and it's just about listening, both listening to each other's feelings, and I just get this vision of like just talking it out, right? Talking like whether it's just having a big just heart to heart, getting all out, and then never talking about it again. That's what. Never let you go. Yeah, and that song's quite miserable as well. I'm all my feelings, nightmares that I'm dreaming, right where you lost me and now you don't want me. See, that's people that aren't as they've not done, it's like, again, that's going to be a lot of people though. Like that just yet won't be able to get their heads around, if you love somebody that much, why would you choose somebody else? But again, it's like, it is quite hard sometimes when I'm channeling this, because I know exactly why people do that. It's self-sabotage, and it is shit, but it is a thing, and you know, everyone does it. It's just divine masculines do it some do it like really, really bad. I mean, and some of that is used. And again, I self-sabotage something awful. Well, I used to do it worse. Now I do it less. But it's because I'm always out in my shit, you know what I mean? Right. What else do you need to know about that? Yeah, look, it's like Judgment Day. Again, it's like, look. She's like, yep, what is it you've got to say? It's basically, look, I'm single, I can do what I want. This isn't me, by the way. I'm just channeling it. It's like messages. Like, look, I know your secrets. Tell me the rest of it. Because you're not getting the union until you do. I know you're feeling like shit though, so I'll not be horrible to you, because you are my true love. Yeah. So it's just some of these feminines are going to, you know, they need a bit buttered up there. And again, can I just make that abundantly clear? That's not me. Right, so I have to, because I'm fucking scary when I'm mad, I'm not. So right, so right. Right, it's a Halloween card. Yeah, Halloween card. Right, so this is for the physical. I forgot how fucking long this takes us. Right, I'm only going to do like 1 or 2 cards for the star signs, and I'll be sitting here till like 2 in the morning, and the neighbours must be like, what the fuck did she do through there? Right. In the physical for the divine feminine. Oh my God. If you only knew the kind of 3 weeks that I'd had. Is it 3 weeks or 3 months? It feels like fucking 3 years of hell. Right, okay, I showed this in the shorts. That to me, right, spider, community and web weaving, that is like, you know, the in shamanism, when I see cobwebs and someone's on it, it's black magic, it's spell work, you know, gossipy energy, nasty energy. Particularly when I see it in divine masculine's energy and their chakras, it's like, again, where they've got all this attachment and negative energy, which can drag down, you know, their divine feminine as well. So that's why it's important that whoever is clearing the energy, whether it's both twins or one, that you keep doing that, because look, it's like a community around. Well, this is divine masculine. Sorry, this is divine feminine. So you see, it's like, and this makes sense because again, it's like, you know, that I trust everyone in my close vicinity. And when I like to be alone a lot, but when I do spend time with people, I really, really trust them. And whenever I've sort of sensed that I don't trust people anymore, I don't, you know, they're gone. And it's kind of, and it happens very naturally, doesn't it? But yeah, community and web weaving. I'm not even going to read that from the book, or well, maybe I will. But the reason why I'm like, oh my God, is the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds, right? But that's not a good thing. It's like, again, look, it's like a nasty person. It's like a friend. It's like somebody that would appear, you know, that's meant to have your back, that'll, so this could have happened to you ages ago, like this happened to me ages ago, or it could be happening recently, it could be a bit of both. It's like, yeah, somebody that just, that it's not, that, you know, behind the mask, they're not wanting you to do well. Sorry, it seems a bit negative, but again, it's the truth. And Capricorn moon right now, cold hard truth. My third house, Capricorn, it's direct, cold hard truth. Do you know what I'm saying? I've got a Leo midheaven. The 10th house is Capricorn. That's where my Leo energy is. It's going to be dramatic. It's going to be sassy. It's going to be fiery. Do you know what I mean? Grab the popcorn. So that's why they made me do it tonight. I'll not be like that in a couple of days. Yeah, it's so just be careful who you've got around you, basically, divine feminines. Let's read that from the book. Oh man. Someone's going to come out of ghosting you as well. Because it says invisibility. That's Oh, eventually. Right, so there's a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at discernment. And again, with the, you know, with the different planets in Virgo right now, let me just check. I normally know off the top of my head, but yeah, obviously Mercury is out of retrograde in Virgo, be extremely discerning. Well, that's the only one actually. Yeah, just be extremely discerning of who you have around you and if they've actually got your back. It also suggests you review the way you communicate with the wider community at work or generally with others and take steps to improve this or do slightly differently. And again, I don't even really mind using my example of I've tightened up all of my boundaries, you know what I mean? And I have strict sort of rules like as well, like I don't I rarely actually go, so if anybody messages me there, by the way, I rarely go on my Facebook Messenger that much. Sometimes I leave it for days and I don't go on it on the weekend unless I really feel guided to, do you know what I mean? So it's just I've changed the way in which I connect with people because that's what I've been guided to do, and you have to do that, and it'll be to do with how much I get projected at me, you know, jealousy, envy, all that kind of shit. Right, so it's not just me, it's some of you as well. Right, so in the physical. Hello, Charlotte, how are you? Hold me while you wait. I don't know the rest of the words. I could look at the lyrics. Oh, that's a really sad one about his auntie, isn't it? My love, I think anyway. Right, so in the physical, divine masculine. What does divine masculine need to know in the physical? See, because that it doesn't necessarily, that wasn't about the twins, just anything the divine masculine needs to know in the collective. Acceptance and equality. Again, somebody's wearing a mask, so I don't think this card will be about that, but that is what kind of stuck out to me. People wearing masks, it doesn't need to be romantic, it can just be anyone that they trust or you trust. By the way, I recorded at last a couple of my New Year meditations, hypnosis, activations. I mean, I don't know what to call them because they're all of that. And they were both 40 minutes, and I've tried to make them like 20 minutes. So I'm going to try and do a short one another day. Probably not tonight. But yeah, I'll publish either the both of them or one of them. So that's something that at least you've got something to do to disconnect from the old earth and connect to the new earth. You don't need to like scour through like 3 hours of Alive or something. So it's a good one to listen to, you know, every day, whether it's in the morning or when you feel anxious anytime, or at night, or both, or whatever, you know, do whatever you feel guided to. So, right, can I skip all of this? Acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and that perhaps until then we can choose to be life-affirming, takes away much of the fear. Take a light approach to a situation initially, and it may work out better. If you're holding on to something that does not serve you any longer, in particular material things, simplify and let go. Well, that's perfect, because that is what many of the divine masculines, being distracted by interference, whatever that is in your life, not necessarily, yeah, like say I have those, but it doesn't always necessarily have to be romantic. It just is for a lot of people. It can be friends holding you back too from what you're meant to be doing, and that as well. And they might not even necessarily know they're doing that too. That is a good point. It's not like everyone's really sinister. It's just they're literally there to stop you from doing what you're meant to be doing. Yeah, I feel that's about it because it's talking about death and the physical. It's like the death of the ego that is happening to this collective of masculines. And again, it's having to lose everything. Major tower moments to realise what would be like if you never got it back. Forgiveness, reducing burden. Wow. Mischief and play. Yeah, so this could be about the, you know, losing the twin, like never ever getting a chance with a twin flame, because some of the feminine's vibe was coming through like that. and losing that inner child connection, because that's what twin flames are about. But again, this is just a masculine's deepest fears. So, right. Women are really simple creatures, aren't they, ladies? It's like, you know, you fuck up, you apologize, you move on. But it's just if you're with somebody that was fucking doing that all the time, you think like, oh, I don't know if anyone else. Like, listen, I was about to say no judgment, but I am judging. Like, somebody does that to me once when I'm actually with them. See you fucking later. I couldn't care if that was other half masculine or not. And I don't care if that's not unconditional. That's where my unconditional love has a bit of a boundary there, actually. Right, so I don't think that's unfair. Right, so it doesn't apply to me right now anyway, and fuck knows when it will. Right, so give me just one card for the feminine. Oh God, burdens, challenges. Well, look, this is all the guys at the feminine's batting off. Look, that's funny because I said burdens, challenges, but it was the 5 ones, and now I have pulled the 7 ones. It's like it's a bit of shit coming there, mate. Like the feminines are bored. Like, where the fuck is this guy? What's he doing? He must have been one of the ones that's been fucking pulled off the path. I'm just gonna hermit. I'm good. I'm in good spirits. How are you? Could you sleep last night, girls? I was up till like 7 in the morning. I'm not shitting you. I was up till 7 in the morning. I could feel every feeling going of the twins out there. Oh yes, I have been busy, haven't I? That was, yeah. God, they made me turn them out yesterday. Right, what was masculine? What's going on with this masculine? Let me channel one for a minute. Painful endings. This masculine is going through painful endings. I can feel all the healing coming in from the divine, from God, from spirit, from the loved ones in spirit coming into this masculine's heart center. So I'm sorry if this is you. There could have been literal deaths in some masculines' life. So obviously that's not going to be for everyone. I do keep picking it. It's like I feel it's the death of the ego for many, but it could be. Oh my God. Somebody see, look, it's the fucking guy coming in with the flowers. This actually ties in. If this is real time, I do believe the one for today was about that. And all the songs that have been flying at me today, I didn't even put all the shit out, but the songs were hilarious on the music channel when I was through the other room. It was all about like, it was just all these songs about I'm on my way. Like to say, take that with pinches. That's no for me, guys, because it's I've been getting that for years, and if it is, then it's not me. But I don't think so. Right, so painful endings, but a Knight of Cups is coming towards someone. Right, and again, this is, I did say for real time, but this can be up until the full moon too. But this can really literally be any time, annoyingly. Right, so just go within. Why are you making me go back into the feminine now? This is meant to be the man. I don't think the masculines want some feminines to know this actually. Look, oh my God, this is actually really quite interesting. Look. I'm not even going to channel that. Look, it's like someone's in pain and someone's like, sorry. But both these people are in pain, regardless of it. And we both feel each other. That's why a lot of us can't sleep. And some of us at our collective channel can feel everybody going through that. And the wheel of fate is turning. What is going to happen next? And I shuffled and I pulled it out again out of 78 cards. Some people have went really inwards because I just pulled the Hermit in reverse there too. And then I just shuffled and pulled the Hermit in reverse again. Oh, right. What else do we need to know? Because I'm gonna do Aries now. Is my makeup all over my fucking face? I need to go and put it on again. Didn't sleep till 2. Well, 2's better than 7. You got up at, see, I went to sleep at 7. You got up at 7. Wow. Somebody don't want to be a player no more. They don't want to be single anymore. And some of them, sorry, some of them aren't single, they're with someone else, or some of them want to be single. Yeah, some of them want to jump ship to, yeah, they're in limbo. Sorry, I put you in a third party. Sorry about that. I've actually channeled a short that I didn't publish. It's like, sorry, I just learned to have fun with this because that's quite funny. Like, oh, I'm sorry, like, composure. I feel like shit. I feel like I'm out in the cold from your life. And I want to be a part of your world because you actually do mean the world to me. 21. That is the truth. This is like the message last night. And that's why I'm making plans. Because I couldn't sleep last night either. So there we go. We'll never know whether that's specific to some of us. Right. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going and I'm gonna come back. Yep. Heartbreak. Look, 2 people getting it on. I mean, it doesn't look like heartbreak to me, but look, the one in the background's like, I cannot allow this to happen. So this can be an ex, this can be someone that's more of a recent ex, this can, when that happens, or this can be like any karmic females, like what I channeled last night. Oh, can also say, see when I was channeling that and I watched, it for some masculines, yeah, like I say, it is their mum. And then for some, it's like a mother in their life. It can be a friend, it can be a mother of their child, you know, it's different for different people. And for some, it could be like karmic mothers as well. It's just like, you know, different for different people. So there's caution. And a lot of masculines are very stubborn to make the changes that they want to make in their lives, to go towards their Queen of Wands. It's the same messages that keep coming through. And probably my favorite ever song is on, not ever, but one of them is on, and it just repeats over and over again, I'm certain that I'm yours. So that's going to mean something to someone. Stop using my shit, fuck's sake. Right, okay, but I don't think they are ever going to do that, so I've accepted that. Right, guys, I'm going to be back in a minute to do Aries. I might just go and check that my makeup's not melted off. Thankfully, only up for a wee and back to sleep before my shopping delivery. Oh, yes, quite right. Right, so how do I end this? I'm done being stubborn. Yes, go Michelle. That is like, you see what I mean? Regardless, is I've been on for an hour. Oh, that's good. So I've been on just over an hour. Have I? Or is it longer than that? It says an hour on the Zoom. It says, oh, it actually says 108. That's the number of abundance, guys. Happy things, money, good shit happening. Yeah, masculine energies, regardless of gender, and divine feminines, we both have both, right? So we've all got pride and ego, and because obviously the majority of the collective of feminines that's picking up on their ego's been hurt. And I don't mean in a bad way, it's quite, you know, understandable. But sorry, it's just like the songs distract me, and then I pull my eyes to plan, fuck it, let's go. It's like, but I'm certain that I'm yours, so fuck it, let's go, as long as you're done with all of that. But like I say, that's where I lean towards, because I've done the work, I do the work, I help people work every day. So you'd be hard pushed trying to find someone as forgiving and as compassionate as me, but they are out there, I'm sure they are. But that isn't everyone. So again, if you are a feminine struggling with that and you want support, then book a session. If you're a masculine struggling with whatever you've got your shell in or not got your shell in or whatever you're going through, book a session. Let's ignore them. I'm going to read you those out. It's very, little did I know how relevant that would actually be. Let's ignore them. Let's ignore them. Let's ignore them. I adore you. I adore you. You get the gist. That's what true twin flames, when they're both awakened to the connection, would be like. You'll choose yourself, you'll choose each other, despite who's coming at you. You just have to go through the bit where it feels like you're out in the cold 5 of Pentacles on your own. Because look, people will move on from those situations to calmer waters. Very slowly, albeit very slowly. That was funny, but they can't forget. They just can't. You can't forget, or your twin can't forget you. That's the truth, right? They keep ending on these swords. I love it. I never used to be all about the tarot, but I'm loving it. Right, so my karmic mother-in-law died on, oh my God, so she took the focus on her, not me. Oh my God. Charlotte, I'm very sorry to hear that, but that dark humour was appreciated. Right, anyway. Right, I'm going to come back for Aries in a minute. how do I end this? See, that's like the twin flame. How do I end this? How do I get off of this? How do I end it? This is masculine. So how do I get away from this? Like, why do I keep thinking about this person? Oh, I'm just going to go out with this person. And then, no, it doesn't work because they're sitting up all night thinking about you. And they don't want you to know that because I just, oh, look, because that's what they want. Yep. Whatever they're doing on that swing, that's the union card, which, by the way, I didn't, when I said that in the video, I am that card, not that picture. I wish. But no, it's one day, maybe not that actual, that's a bit adventurous. But I'm the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is union. You know, it's a lot of people call it the twin flame card. And that is, you know, with my birthday numbers, that is, and I don't mean like, because I'm the moon and the hermit in the tarot, because I would be the 18 and the 9 was the moon and the hermit. So again, I'm all about enlightenment, going inwards. They're pulling me to the 9 as well, which is the hermit, and guiding others, you know, doing my own work and then guiding others. If you're interested in hearing what the divine want to say and what I've learned on my own journey, and the moon, you know, helping people with the deep, dark secrets, the shadow work, facing the darkest parts of themselves and being able to accept that in other people, because that's what twin flames are all about. Because then that's only when you can fully love yourselves, when you accept your shadow. And then that's how I can help people come into union, because that's what apparently my long birthday numbers is. So that blew my mind, because I thought that those 3 cards are me. It's like wanting to be alone, doing the work, loving it, you know, learning from spirit as well. I take my guidance from spirit. I'll go to other people for help too, but I listen to spirit. God is what I call it, more than spirit. And then everything else I just said, shadow work, and then helping the unions. Yeah, look, that's how they'll end. New beginnings in the material. Right, okay, I'm going now. Click the button